Good morning, everybody. I'll give you guys a second to get jumped on. Hi, good morning. I'm not seeing comments just yet. If you could say hello, that would be great so I know you're here. Oh, I see Mary's here. Good morning, everybody. You know, I always say that anything can happen when you're live. Well, this morning everything happened right before I was live, so hopefully I've gotten that little bit out of the way. I spilled half a coffee, like a good 16-ounce mug, at the rack where I have my cards. Just whoosh. So my husband is in there taking care of it right now. Thanks, honey. So good morning, Ella. So I got some news for you guys. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the clearance rack opened up overnight. And if you are interested, you can go check it out. My website is CelineK.StampinUp.net, and then you click shop now. And in the clearance rack, they updated a whole bunch of stuff from Christmas. It's like, it's crazy deals in there. I saw some things marked down that I'm like, whoa, like watercolor pencils are $5. Hey, Janet, good morning. I wonder if is it the whole crew or just you? It's probably just you this early. My Litchfield girls. I'm trying to share this in my creative group. And, well, it's a good thing that this morning is all about messy techniques because we're going to get messy anyway. And I can use the rubbing alcohol to clean up my big mess afterwards. Hi, Susan. Good to see you this morning. Okay. Ooh, live video explicit again. I must have like the wrong settings on or something. Well, anyway, here's what we're going to be playing with this morning. This is Wink of Stella. And I might need to grab a couple of things in between. I got a little distracted with the spill of the coffee. So if I need something, but we will stop and just go get it. So, and this is the shaving cream technique. So we're going to do a little bit of both. And what I think I'm going to do is do the technique piece first. I need a Wink of Stella though. So 1 second, and I'm just going to grab that. In the past, we've done techniques with metallic inks, and the metallic ink have required heat setting. Wink of Stella does not require heat setting, so it makes it much easier to work with your techniques. So I'm kind of excited about it. So with Wink of Stella, it comes with this little plastic ring in the middle. And all of the glitter is in this side, and the brush is in this side. To get the glitter to go to the brush, you have to connect the pin. So when you screw it back together, you have to pull, and that will get the pin in where it needs to be so that the glitter can flow down into the brush. I'm just going to turn the heat off so I can hear you. And then you're going to take your Wink of Stella, and on either side, it says push. And you take it until you see the paint go down into the barrel, like so. Do you see it? And then once you see the paint, then you work it on a piece of paper until the glitter comes down in the brush. If you keep squeezing, it'll end up with a big puddle. It won't be good at all. So we'll work it and wait for it. We'll wait for gravity to do its work and bring it down so that we have, well, I'm gonna make this really messy anyway. So if I do squeeze a little bit more, it's gonna be okay. I have no patience, can you tell? But like if you're using this at home, you don't wanna squeeze it until it drips. You wanna squeeze it and stop. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. Now, when I taught this in a class, we were at my stamping retreat up in Maine. I have about 8 spots left, and they're all doubles. So you can reserve that if you need to. Hey, Sharon, you made it. I was worried because it's a little early for you. It's 8 o'clock where you are, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Technique card piece because I have all of that stuff pre-cut in that package. Now, this week, I have a new host code, or I have the same host code actually as last week. For those people who made a purchase in my store last week, you automatically got the kit in the mail, and those went out yesterday, so that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna move my stuff out of the way, and we can get going. Today's nice and messy and fun. When we were teaching this, the shaving cream piece of it, okay, my husband says, I'm gonna close this door, I'm on a call. I forget what I was saying. When we were teaching the shaving cream piece in class, we had clear plates, and it was a crazy class because we did all 5 techniques and technique cards, and I'm like, okay, cover your face. And then I sprayed shaving cream at them, but they could see the shaving cream coming. It was kind of funny, like the pie in the face thing, you know. Hey, Tracy, how you doing, honey? Gran came in. Yeah, that's right. Was it you that was on a boat, Tracy? And like on the elliptical off the back of the boat? I'm a little jealous, just saying. I need to be warmer, much warmer. All right, I'm going to flip the camera. Hang on one second, okay? Oh, rubbing alcohol. Thanks, honey. It's helpful way up there. All right, I'm going to move the whole table, and sorry, I'm going to give this a second to stop the shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. So back in the day when we did shaving cream, the shaving cream technique, we would use a metallic ink that required heat setting. And the stud muffin actually went and bought me some, oh good, it's for sensitive skin. This is too funny. So what we do is we fill a paper plate with, and I don't have any knives out here. I think I'll grab a palette knife just to smooth this out. You don't need it really deep. Okay, let's use one of these. Yeah, don't forget to check out the clearance rack. It's full of awesome stuff. Some designer papers from last Christmas on there, red and green, and all sorts of fun things. Okay, so I'm going to try and smooth this out a little because it's a little bumpy. And when we put the re-inker on, because that's the next step, we're going to try and keep the re-inker towards the top because we want it to touch our paper. So if you were going to do, ooh, that is smelling like a man. Whoo, stinky. Well, you know what I'm saying. It's funny. You want to keep it nice and flat. It smells like that it's Barbasol. It's like, whoo. Adventure of the Sea. Oh, we love to cruise. My daughter, when we have the incentive trips, she's still not sure if she's coming to Maui because she might be bored with her parents. So I can't blame her. I mean, Maui's going to be really boring, don't you think, Tracy? Maybe you could come and be my kid instead. I'm sure that we wouldn't get into trouble or anything. So this is Pool Party. So I'm going to use 2 different color inks, and I'm just going to drip this on evenly. And I probably don't even need that much because my paper is like only this big, but whatever. We're going to have fun with it. And then I'm trying to find the video so I can see your comments and talk to you at the same time. Let's see. There we go. And then this one is Bermuda Bay. So it's a little bit darker than the Pool Party, and I'm just going to swirl these 2 colors together. So they're sort of a duo in the same blue family. So when I mix them together, they're not going to be all yucky. Let's see. I've got Gran came in. Yay! Now I can see your posts again. That's good. All right. So I'm going to take this tool and get all the stuff off of it. And then I'm going to, I almost missed the best part. So we got to bring the Wink of Stella back in. So back in the day, we would use 2 different colors of reinker, and then we would add a metallic. Well, the metallic now doesn't need to be heat set anymore because we can use Wink of Stella. So it used to have to, like, this was like an all-day process because you had to, you know, do your heat setting afterwards. This isn't going to require any heat setting. And I am, like, laying it on there. Oh, isn't it pretty? Oh. Okay, so, and once you go to use your Wink of Stella again, it'll be really whooshy, so you got to be careful afterwards. But now I can make my little patterns. And I don't want to go too deep into the shaving cream. I want the ink to sit right on top. So that when I add it to my cardstock, that the cardstock will make contact with the top of this mess. All right. So let's see. I gotta get my packet out. This one is, let's see if I got the right one. Okay, so this is the Winking Shaving Cream. So anybody who places an order $25 or better on my store today or this week, I'm gonna send you both the packet for to make your own card, but I'll also send you this directions sheet so that you have it to go back to. So I'm gonna take the glossy paper out of my thing, and this is retiring. Next week I'm gonna be in Vegas with my husband. He is bowling in a tournament. So I will have a video post here on Tuesday, but it won't be live. I'm just going to grab some paper towels. I told you this one's messy. And the good trash barrel. Let's see. The one with the bag. So he won a tournament in New Hampshire, which made him the New Hampshire State Bowling Champ. And so this is glossy side down, and now I'm going to lift it out. Oh, look at how pretty that is. And I don't like that it didn't hit the middle, so I'm going to hit it again until I see it filled in. And then I'm just going to take this and wipe it off. I should have probably put the glove on, huh? But the glove is really for the polished stone piece. If you wanted to, you could use gloves if you were doing this. All right, I'm just going to sit this to the side for a sec. And then I'm going to use the other piece. So you can go in multiple times with the same stuff. So if you were going to do this, I would plan to make, 4 or 5 cards and just kind of, before you throw the paper plate with all of that goodness out. Yay, messy fingers. Okay. So we'll just swipe this off. Oh my God, look at how pretty that one is. I like the way that came out. So every time you do this, it's going to come out a little bit different. All right, so now I'm going to take this and dump it. If I had more to do, I would do 5 or 6 of them before I dump it, of course. And I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to clean my brush. You can clean up the mess. And I'm going to get rid of that. Yay. Look at that. It's like I didn't spill coffee at all this morning. Oh my God, it just went everywhere. I'll be going back and washing the floor in the living room after. Never dull. Okay, so that is the shaving cream piece. And then here's the big piece that's going to go on our card. I'm just going to wipe it down and get all of the stuff off of it. And you can see the Wink of Stella in there subtle. See, like the little bits? So you can, every time you do it, it'll be a little bit different. But that's the base of making our card. And I'm just going to stick that to the side for a second. Yay. Okay, so now we're going to do the other one. Hey, look, I'm going to have ink on my fingers all day. Perfect. It looks like frosting. I'm having my nails done later. I missed my appointment last week, and boy, I'm paying for it this week. Let's see. So we have this one and this one, and this is Wink of Polished Stone. So how we do this one is we need some cotton balls. I'm flashing back to this class. We had so much fun. I can't even tell you. At one point I was telling people how to dispose of this so that you don't like sniff the alcohol, and boy, it was hysterical. Anybody who was there would be laughing like crazy. Let's see. Yeah, Tracy, if you want to come with us, if my 14-year-old opts out of Maui, you could be my 14-year-old. Oh, well, no, you could be my 21-year-old, because then we could have fun. All right, enough fun for this morning. So I got my cotton balls, and these are like little tiny buggers. I usually buy the bigger ones. Hopefully this will be fine. You take a cotton ball. I'm gonna take a couple more because it's weird. I'm gonna soak a couple in the 91% rubbing alcohol. You could use the other one if you want. I think it's 86 or whatever, 80. But I like the 91 because it dries fast. But you could probably get away with using the other one if that's the one you have in the house. All right, so I'm going to go back to the same two colors. We've got Pool Party and Bermuda Bay on the table. And I'm going to add 3 or 4 drops of reinker again. And this is, again, glossy cardstock. So this glossy cardstock is retiring. I'm so sad. It's like we just got it back last catalog, and here I am working with it now. And, of course, it's going back out again. I did this at my retreat. I'd love to have you guys in Maine. It's so fun there. All right, so again, instead of the metallic ink, I'm going to drop the Wink of Stella on, and to get it to drip, I'm going to push. And I am so shy around Wink of Stella, you can tell. Just drip it everywhere. And then you take it and mush it to your cardstock, and you can go as many times as you need to go till you get to the desired effect that you're looking for. Look at how sparkly this is. I love it. So the shaving cream didn't come out as sparkly, but I don't think I used as much Wink of Stella as I probably should have. But this is like experimental stuff, you know. Every time you do it, it'll look a little different, but it's also like super cool. Oh my gosh. This is just like so happy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole piece that's in my hand, this big mess, and hold on to it while I take the rubber glove off, and then I can seal this up when it goes in my trash so we won't be breathing the fumes from the rubbing alcohol all day. Yay, and I'll put the cover on that. Be like new term for sniffing glue. Okay, so now that this is all set, I can take these and put them back, and I can clean this up. So this will be dry in just like no time, and we used to have to heat set this because with the metallic ink it needed to be heat set. With Wink of Stella you don't need that. So I'll be ready to finish off my cards. Look at how pretty my trash is. It's so fun. Okay, so I have to look and see how I finished these because I don't even remember. All right, so let's do the Wink of Stella first because it's in front of me. And I'm going to slide this back a little bit. I need more room. And hopefully the packet that I grab is the right one. Hey, look at that. Like first try. Oh, no, I was wrong. Let me grab the other packet. That's for the shaving cream. And this is Wink of Stella. And how do I know? Because the butterflies are the right size. So I cut these out ahead of time at the class to make it go easy. And there should be a banner in there. But, oh, all my banners went in the packet with this. So hang on one sec. But these are meant to layer up. And there's actually 2 different butterfly dies. Okay, let me see if I can show you on this. It'll be easier to see. And because they're 2 different ones, they're meant to layer up like this. So this is going to go on the front of my card. just like this. So that's easy enough, and I can use the liquid glue for that. And then we need a thanks stamp. And a Bermuda Bay ink pad. Look at that. I found everything on my table. So both the technique card and the actual card itself says thanks. What I did to prep these is I cut some banners at 3/4 of an inch and then just punched them either side with the triple banner punch. Okay, so we'll let those dry for a second. And while we're letting those dry, we can put our butterflies together. I couldn't even find it on the table because it's black and white against black and white. Yikes. Now let's go this way. And because this is the little piece, this is the one I'm going to put the glue on. Glue goobers. I love the liquid glue though. Like, I can use this to put anything together and it doesn't fall apart. It does take a little bit of getting used to if you're not used to it, and the trick is not to use a lot of it. Keep it nice and flat. So I didn't even stick down the edges. I just picked some big areas where all the design intersects, and I'm just going to slip this on over. Hopefully you're seeing that. And if you're off to the side, it's going to be fine. You'll have like a little drop shadow on there. Okay, so then we want to put this onto the black, and it's good and dry. Nice and fast. No more heat guns for this technique. But I do love glossy paper. So next week I'm gonna share another technique with you, but it will be a pre-recorded thing. In fact, when I get off today's live, I will pre-record next week so that you have a video on Tuesday morning, and I'll schedule it to post here. Ooh, now who's bowling? I knocked over the reinkers and I just had the top on, so the top came off. Nice. Apparently I'm gonna have one of those clumsy days. Perfect for crafting. All right, so now that I have my base all together, and this is just 3 3/4 by 5, and then the black mat is up 1/8 of an inch, so 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And standard card base is just a piece of paper cut in half and fold that in half. Nice and easy. All right, so here we go. We got our butterflies. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then for the banner, we'll flip this up. And you can put it anywhere where there's room. So there's not a lot of space left on a card after you cut out these dies, but that's kind of cool because you have all the work is sort of done for you. I think I'm going to slip that underneath. I like it better there. So there's that. And then there's also the technique card piece of it. So we'll just stick this down, and then from the next card I have a blue butterfly for this guy. So we'll put this guy to the side for a second, and I need a blue butterfly for him. I need scissors, I guess, huh? It's a good thing I have a little place because it's easy for me to grab a pair of scissors if I need it. So this one, I need a couple of butterflies moving forward. So I need this one for the technique card for this. So last week, Donna shared my video, and last night she had sent me her address yesterday. So last night I mailed out her technique cards from last week. For people that are sharing, I'm going to put your name in a drawing for next week. But I do have I'll have a drawing here at the end of this video for this week. And if you win, you just have to send me a PM with your address and I'll, as a thank you, send it out. I guess it doesn't even matter which ones you cut. I just felt like I wanted it to be just like the teachers. It's funny how that works. Let's see. Okay, so I got my 3 butterflies. These are extra pieces that I told the people in the class to just keep. And then I need the For You stamp. Actually, I need thank you cards, so I'm going to just use the thanks again. And you know, the new ink pads are different from the old ones. They open like a compact. So you can see in one of my classes, somebody damaged this one and actually cracked the case because they tried to close it like the old one. You just lift like a compact, and then once it's all the way open, 90 degrees, then you can slide. And I like to do this. Makes it easier to open and close. Oh, good, it's right side up. And then for the shaving cream one, I stamped right on the Technique card thing. Hopefully I don't slide around because it's glossy paper. You got to be careful when you stamp. It can get fuzzy really fast. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna stick. Oh, I guess I should put a little glue on this side too, huh? All right. And then I'm gonna slide that down so you can see the black. When I'm sticking stuff together on the table and I have like a black layer, I'll put it on something contrasting so I can see where I'm going. Again, I know that looks like a lot, but it's super thin. I don't get it too close to the edge or it'll end up on my hands. But I suppose everything ends up on my hands anyway. And then my thanks is almost dry, so I can add a little bit of... Now, this card would look way better, I think, with a little bit more wink. So let's put a little bit of wink on that die cut butterfly. Oh my gosh, it just pops. I hope you're seeing how sparkly that is. Yay if you like sparkles. Go ahead and shout it. You can shout it out on the page. Yay for sparkles. Let's see. All right, so we've got those 2 are done. And then I have a funky piece. We took this piece in the class and we put it on the paper cutter and cut it from edge to edge. Now, this paper cutter is also going out. I do have some blades, so Jan up in Litchfield, although I couldn't have you order them this week, I do have some in my bin, and I will make sure that I bring it with me to our class next month so that you guys have a chance to get a package of blades if you need them for refills. This is my favorite cutter. I'm kind of bummed it's going out. To get this right in the middle, I am putting the paper so that it lines up corner to corner in this little gully. And actually, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not going to have a fence either way. So it'll probably be easier if I point to where the gully sits. So I hope you're seeing that okay in the video. And then I'm going to hold this down so it doesn't move, and I've got a perfect edge from corner to corner. Okay, so then I need the blue piece that sits underneath it. And what I would do with this one is pull out on both sides, but this is where I'm going to stamp my background. So do you see it in there? Ugh. See, even I have trouble with them sometimes, but they're you know, I'll tell you what, I love the firm foam. It makes your stamped images so nice and easy to work with. So I stamped that floral image down off of one side, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. And now when I go to stick the 2 pieces that we cut in the middle, there'll be like a little gully in the middle where we can see the stamped images. Oh, I went a little bit high with that one, but that's okay. Well, that's where we'll put the oval. So if you want, at this point, where the oval isn't going to be, you could add a few little accents to your flowers. It really does add this super sparkle thing. I wish you could be here and see it. It's like super, super sparkly. Ready? Woo! Okay. Exciting. Okay, so then we have that thanks that's going to cover the hole where my stamping wasn't perfect. And that's what we do. We just fix stuff as we go. And I have another black layer, as if 2 layers wasn't enough. But it's really cool to bring another layer in because I like to use the colors twice. That's an old scrapbooking trick. If you use a color once and you use it twice, then it looks like it was intentional. And it was. But, so there's my basic black, really thin layer. And then I think you can hear my in-laws chatting. They live upstairs, but sometimes when the house is quiet, it feels like they're right in the room with me. I'll just keep talking and then you won't hear them. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, so we've got the shaving cream card and then the matching shaving cream technique card. And then the Wink of Polished Stone matching technique card that will have a butterfly on it. Same thing, I'll probably add some Wink of Stella. Although this one, the Wink of Stella is just popping off the technique. So I might leave it because I like the contrast of it being super sparkly in the back and not having the butterfly sparkle. I guess there is such a thing as too much sparkle. I didn't even think of that. All right, I gotta go back and look at last week's video and I'll flip the camera in a second so that we can do the drawing for the shares. So that's how I do it. We look at last week's video, which was the heated brush-o technique. And anybody, so if you share the video and I can see it, then I give you a number and I do a drawing. So, I did do a number for a couple of people, but now, like, number 1 I can't see anymore. So Jerry's number 2, Patrice is number 3. Donna, who won last week, is number 4. We're going to give Mindy number 1 because I can't see number 1. And then I'm going to flip the camera and we'll do a drawing. Hang on one second. All right. Ooh, it's a nice look, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to go to random.org. So if you win today's drawing, from sharing last week, I'm not seeing it. Hang on, we'll go through it again because I'm going to show you the computer screen. Because honestly, if your personal settings are set up that I can't see it, it doesn't generate it for me. But hang on. So it says that 23 people shared it, but I can only see 4 of them because of their settings. Isn't that strange? Here, let me show you. So this is what I'm looking at for the people who shared it last week. I have Patrice and Jerry, and I shared it. Patrice, Donna, and Donna. So Donna shared it a couple of times. It's strange. Okay, so I'm going to go in 1 through 4. I'll pull a random generated. Yeah, it's so strange. And then Facebook turned it off, so I can't see what's in there from last week. But it's last week, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to hit the button and let's just do it fairly because I can't, you know. Well, let's make Sharon number 5. but we need to work on that setting thing because I can't see it. I can't, you know. Okay, so generate 1 through 5, and number 4 wins. Ah, is that the same person as last week? That's awesome. I wish I didn't mail it out now. I already have her address. Hang on, let's see. Let's see who it was. Makes it way easier for me because then I know it's fair and everybody gets a chance. And so Donna was number 4. Oh, Patrice was number 4. All right, so now I'm really confused. Well, I guess Donna and Patrice will get an envelope for me. They'll just have to get mine. That's crazy. For those of you that really want a packet, though, if you place an order in my online store and you use that host code that I shared earlier, you'll get the actual packet to make your own, all pre-cut and fun. You would need the stamp set, or you could, you know, I'm sure that you have a stamp that says thanks, and I'm sure that you have a thing that has a stamp like that. Anyway. Oh, what a crazy, crazy day. So I will see you guys. Well, I won't see you next week right away. Here's how next week's going to work. I'm going to post a video here live on Tuesday. So I won't be able to interact with you like this, but I will still do everything that I usually do. And there's more glossy paper techniques coming at you. And then when I get home from Vegas, and I don't know when I'll have my box yet, but I'll do an unveiling. There's a new product coming out the first week of May, and it's expensive. It's like $80. So I'm going to unveil that live, open the box with you, and we can make a few projects. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet, so that ought to be interesting. We'll call it kamikaze stamping next week as soon as the special, it's called Everything's Rosy. It looks beautiful, and it looks like it's right in my wheelhouse. Modern vintage. So kamikaze stamping right after. So it'll be like towards the end of next week. I have to see when I'll have my box. But as soon as I'm back from Vegas, it'll be a quick trip. We're only gone for like 4 days. So great to see you guys. And if you need anything, send me a private message and we will get it worked out. And definitely, we should work out like why the whole, I don't know why Facebook isn't showing me that you shared it. It's crazy. Anyway, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.